Cool. Episode, whatever day episode thing this is, I think it's 35. I think 35, could be 34. Yesterday was the most brutal day of all. It was 99 kilometers, so I say 100, and I was already just destroyed from the previous day, having arrived, I think it's about 7ish in my apartment in Jagodina, and just brutal, just absolutely brutal. And then to do 100 back to back with that, bearing in mind on the 131 day, as I said in the last video, I had a flat tire for the entire day. So events, so I switched out the tyre for the first time, which was good. So the first puncture I had in Karlsruhe was temporarily repaired by a Japanese tourist and then a shop. So I hadn't actually changed the tyre until yesterday, and it's literally the easiest thing. So that's good news. What else? Oh yeah, so I'm now in Niš, about to leave, just had some burek, which is like Serbian kind of Balkan national food. Very heavy, nice greasy kind of pastries filled with cheese or meat or whatever. Sometimes you find spinach and potato too. So that was good. I found a 2,000 note. 2,000 equates to like 16 English pounds. It was really weird. I stopped my bike. Out of everywhere I could have stopped my bike, this little bit of field with a lamppost to prop the bike up against. And I looked down. There's like a 2,000 note there, which is just weird. Like, I mean, the wind would have blown it away. It must have literally just been put there, unless you believe in like all kinds of weird kind of, ongoings in the universe. And it was covered in like mildew. So I just picked it up, put it in my wallet, and then someone said it's real by looking at it, but I took it to a bank just now and they said no, it's not. But they only like fed it through a machine, and the machines are pretty cheap anyway, and they can't scan through mildew like if it defaces the ink. So I'll just keep hold of it. Probably won't have time to change it in Serbia this time. But yeah, it doesn't look fake to me. So that's what's happened, and then I've got to. It's a really late start because I'm still shattered. Thankfully today should be, the road's registering about 77 k's, that's the highway. There's another road which skirts its way adjacent to it, so it's like 80 k's tops. I've booked a little hotel room, and thankfully the closing time on that is 10. So all I need to do, the way I look at it, is I just need 8 hours of like the slowest speed possible, plus like 2 hours of break, so I'm gonna get there. Or it's like 4 hours of just hardcore cycling in 2 blocks. So I mean, I average at like, if it's on a flat, about 26 kilometers an hour, 27 kilometers an hour on the flat. But how flat is this route gonna be? Because Google yesterday was like, oh yeah, it's mostly flat. And no, it wasn't. It was absolutely brutal. And another thing, like I was so exhausted. You know when you just can't do anything, and I'm anticipating that's going to happen today too. So I was just stopping constantly. I ate so much food. Like honestly, what did I eat yesterday? I had like 3 tins of sardines, 500 grams of spinach, bloody chocolate croissants, and 3 1.5 litre juices, raspberry, apple and lemon, ton of water, just loads of other little food things I've forgotten, just tons of them. I spend more on food actually than I do on accommodation, which is quite funny actually, because food's usually cheaper out here. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely brutal. Today is a 27, 28 degree day, so it's probably one of the hottest days thus far. And there's not much shade in Serbia, which is a bit of a nightmare. And the route's just unpleasant. Like honestly, you kind of spoil yourself when you come from places like Austria or even areas of Germany and northern France. You know, when you compare the terrains and like the kind of quaint nature of every village, which has its usually its own bench and its water pump for cyclists, literally benches everywhere, no trash anywhere. Come to Serbia, there's just garbage everywhere, man. The roads are terrible, the foliage is just shit. So yeah, the problem when you're cycling is you want things that are nice aesthetically to maintain your concentration, and when it's just crap surrounds, it just doesn't give you that motivation to kind of keep cycling, because you just got to keep on the pedals basically. It's just a time game. You're going to get there eventually, irrespective of flats or if you're walking up hills. You're going to get there if you're moving. That's a good philosophy to have. So yeah, that's the gist thus far. Face is burned as the contrast. That goes for the lower half as well. And yeah, what else? I did have a few more points to make. Oh yeah, I did. Weirdly, when you like, this is a weird thing in Serbia. If you go to like big supermarkets, even Lidl, and you buy anything, and then you go to like a little corner shop, the corner shops are cheaper. It's like everywhere else in the world, corner shops are like a novelty, like not a novelty, sorry, like you know, like an out of hours kind of luxury, if you like. You know, they're on your corner. That's why they're going to be more expensive, because you don't have to, you know, gravitate towards kind of outer city supermarkets. Here it's the opposite. Like, I went in yesterday to that little supermarket. I bought, you know, those like chocolatey filled croissants that are everywhere on the continent. Well, it was like a fake version of that. And in a corner shop, I paid $39, and it's 137 to the pound. So yeah, really, really cheap. But yeah, I shouldn't be eating those anyway, because it's just crap your body. It is quite tempting. You do find when you absolutely blitzkrieg, like just destroyed, I find myself getting the easy snacks, which I never do ever. And I do have a rule, like I'm really healthy. Like I just smashed like three tins of sardines as well yesterday, and like loads of nuts and stuff, and a whole bag of spinach. So yeah, most people aren't going to do that, but. Yeah, the thing about the sugary snacks is it doesn't work. Like people think, oh, I'll give myself a little reward, it's going to give me energy. Yeah, but with sugar, it just comes back down again. So unless you know you're going to be at your destination in a certain amount of time and you're not going to feel the effects of that down, then yeah, go for it. But when you start eating these nibbles, everything just dumps, and then it's just worse if you're on like an endurance race or journey like this is, where I'm cycling. Like yesterday, I left at 10:30 and I got in here at 8:30. So yeah, it's like 10 hours of solid cycling, pretty much. Well, almost solid cycling. Like say 7.5, 8 hours of solid cycling in the heat. So, and then it started raining. That's why I was late actually, because I could have made a little bit of. I had a bump, and I was just like a bump of sugar, not metaphorically. I mean actual like sugar cookies and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go for it. And then this massive thunderstorm just kicked in, and just I had to sit under this bus shelter for like 1.5 hours. But anyway, yeah, I'll leave it there because there's no point in ranting anymore. Should be in Sofia for the weekend, which should be good. And then break time because I've already booked up the apartment later in Turkey and one in Plovdiv. So I'm just going to chill for a bit, let my body rejuvenate, and yeah, there we go. Au revoir.